Hey, what's up? It's Greg from Fisherman's Headquarters, and today is Monday, June 6th. Taking a stroll on the Long Beach Island surf here, share an updated fishing report with you guys. This morning, it wasn't a breath of wind. It was a beautiful morning. Here about 9:30, you got a little bit of a sea breeze starting up. As you can see behind me, the water is a beautiful, clear, but it is a little on the dirty side. See some weed there at the high tide line. Just a heads up, the onshore breeze the last few days has definitely blown in some seaweed. You'll see there's a good line there of eelgrass. There's also a lot of plastic on the beach blowing up. Some people wonder why the grass is here, why the plastic's here. It's the onshore winds. You get persistent winds, blows up along the beaches. So far this morning, like I mentioned, it's been a beautiful morning. Sun's out, beautiful clear skies, not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful clear day. The bay is an absolute sheet of glass. As you see behind me, the ocean is nice and calm. There's a little bit of a, say maybe 1 foot wave every once in a while popping up, a little on the longer period of the side of things. And that is due to tropical storm, or it was Tropical Storm Alex, which came across from the east coast of Mexico across Florida, and now is in kind of the central Atlantic. Right now, you really couldn't tell by how beautiful a day it is that there's a storm out there in the middle of the ocean. But tomorrow we got some winds kicking up, and I guess later in the week, I think it's maybe Thursday or Friday, we'll have a cold front that will come across and give us some westerly winds. But definitely looking ahead, we'll see that definitely some stiff winds. But I wanted to share an updated fish report with you guys. If you haven't been following along, been some quality striped bass caught on the beach of the LBI. Good abundance of bluefish have showed up in the past week or so. I'd say the abundance really showed up right around that new moon that I reported. I guess that was a Monday or so ago. But definitely this past week has been full of quality bluefish reports and quality striped bass reports. Saw a little pop up in a little more black drum action, which was kind of cool to see. Black drum really aren't a very common catch, but not rare by any stretch. The bay side, fluke fishing is good. Some good quality fluking taking place. As far as other species go, there's some sheep's head showing up. Heard of a couple triggerfish already. So those are two kind of more warmer water summertime species that are here. Anglers are catching. Weak fish are here as well. Sea bass fishing out in the inshore, midshore, offshore wrecks has been good. I wouldn't be fishing, say, near shore. A little more of that midshore, offshore would be a better shot. Say 8 to 12, even 30 miles out. Definitely catch a lot of sea bass out there. Clamming would be your best bait. Fresh clam always best. Salted clam also work. And if you come across them and they're marking pretty good, drop some jigs. Jigging for sea bass is always a lot of fun. So to dive back in with the local, say, beachfront forecast and report, Jim Crane had a quality day this past weekend. He called us up. He came down late. I guess that was on Friday. Had us leave some bait out for him. Jim's been coming to the shop for a long time, fishing the beach of the LBI for a long time. He's dialed in, knows what he's doing. So he came down late Friday. I believe he fished Saturday morning. His first report in was he released the quality brown shark. So that's somewhat of a newer species, warmer water, summertime brown sharks show up. They are protected. You cannot target or harvest them. So yeah, he released a brown shark. I believe that was on bunker. I think he then released 2 bluefish. I think he said they were in the, say, smaller size, a couple pounds. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but the really solid part of the report came thereafter. He got a nice quality drum. He caught it about 25-pound class on clam. He kept fishing hard. That wasn't enough for him. And he caught a quality striped bass. I believe it was 50, 51, 52 inches, something like that. Really big fish. Don't want to go out there and claim different weights, but you know, I trust his measurement. The photo looks awesome. Really big bass. Definitely a trophy. Fish of a lifetime. But for Jim, you know, that's somewhat commonplace. He's been fishing hard. He puts his time in. He catches quality fish on the beach of the LBI. Some people may have wrote off the striped bass season as, oh, the big fish have kind of come and went. But that's not Jim. He knows that early June is quality time to be fishing. Great time to fish in the beaches. It's when bunkers start to be potting up. It's when bunkers start coming along the beaches. Some of those bigger, say, second, third, fourth wave fish kind of migrate through our area. So Jim got out there. He got into some good fishing, and I suggest that you do the same. Definitely some good quality fishing taking place here on Long Beach Island. If you want to get geared up, stop by Fisherman's Headquarters. I was just fishing a bunker chunk for striped bass or blues. I was just fishing clam also for striped bass, but also drum. Depending on what you want to do, maybe you got 2 rods, maybe set one up for bunker, one for clam. That's up to you, but that'd be my suggestions. There's nothing wrong with fishing some lures. Steve George, Nice Strikes Guide Service, just reported to me, I guess it was a day or so ago, he lost a really nice fish on a glider. He's definitely a passionate angler. He's dialed in, very, very experienced. He also takes people out. So if you're looking to learn the beachfront from an expert, give Steve George a call. He fishes the beachfronts of LBI, but also goes elsewhere in the state when the fishing, say, moves around. And he'll definitely teach you the ropes, show you the ups and downs and ins and outs. Like I said, he reported losing a nice fish the other day. He kept on fishing and didn't get a second chance at it, but that's how fishing goes sometimes. I heard some good reports coming out of Barnegat Inlet. There's some blues up there, some striped bass up there, and some fluke. That's also where the triggers and sheeps came from that I mentioned earlier. Heard some great tuna fishing reports coming out of Linden Cole. Heard of a bite that was kind of outside the Toms, Hendricks, down to Lindy. Maybe those fish moved, maybe that water moved, but heard there was some fish there over the weekend, so it's great to see. I believe today is day 1 of the LBI Tuna Open, that is hosted by the Beach Haven Martin Tuna Clubs. That's down in Beach Haven. I think they got 50 or 60, maybe even 65 boats fishing that. So today is a great weather day. I think a lot of boats are out there getting on the tuna scene, trying to get in, get some fish on the board here for day 1. I think that weather kind of gets a little marginal here midweek. We'll see if the big boats get out and they get onto them, or if it's more small boat game and they stay in. We'll see how that plays out. But good friend Kevin Kennard, he shared some tuna with me yesterday. Had the first tuna of my season here. Had an awesome dinner, some tuna steaks, some yellowfin. He went out with some friends and caught him up. I believe he fished with, I think Nick Perello out of Beach Haven. And they went out and got some yellowfin tuna on the troll. Awesome to see. And I've been starting to hear some fish coming up on top and also some on the jig. Some guys actually were getting some chunk baits over the weekend, so some people are getting out and getting after it. There's a lot of thresher sharks around. If you've been paying attention to our social media, one of the environmental, I guess, shark protection groups kind of caught on to one of the fish we posted. Kirsten Holloway was out with the Adair brothers, and got a nice thresher shark. Thresher sharks are actually very common right now, and that is the common thresher shark, not the big eye thresher. With that being said, the shark lovers and protectors, I guess, turn their attention to legal shark fishing rather than the illegal practices that take place throughout the state and country, and kind of hopped on our channel and decided to kind of blast us and bully us and do whatever they want to do. But some of these environmental groups are great. Some of us, in my opinion, some of them are much more extreme than and kind of targeting the wrong people. I mean, I attend all the fishery meetings. I tag a lot of sharks for research purposes in support of Keith Dutton at Monmouth University, tagging some protected species like the sandbars, that's a brown shark, and also the sand tigers that frequent our areas in the summertime. Try to do everything I can to support the cause of shark research, which is really poorly funded. Very little research is known about them, but Keith Dutton and Monmouth University has been doing their part. And I try to do my part. Being an experienced angler in Long Beach Island area, I've been catching those fish for many, many years before brown sharks were protected and closed. I was catching and releasing them. And because of that, I guess my experiences and, they saw that I could bring some beneficial knowledge to them, so that they kind of put me in the program where a few years back, took some students out, tagged a bunch of stripers, a bunch of sharks, and brought them some data, and I continue to do that this summer too. But yeah, that being said, the common thresher shark is not protected. There's a lot of them around. Obviously, practice responsible fishing and harvesting. Know the rules, know the laws. But yeah, threshers are here. It's sharking season. Mako fishing is closed. I wrote a blog about that over the winter time. There's a number of sharks that you cannot catch or you not keep, but thresher is definitely one of them you can target and harvest. Looking for an updated fish report now and throughout the entire season, stop by Fisherman's Headquarters. Love to get you geared up, love to get you in on the fishing. We're located in Ship Bottom, right at the entrance to Long Beach Island. Have a great day.